Howdy, friend. Sam Houston here, hoping you're living in high cotton. And if you're lucky enough to be in Texas, I know you're most of the way there. Now enjoy your daily dose of Texas history and Texas pride.
Well, howdy, friend. Welcome back to the Feed Bandit podcast and your Texas History Roundup for September 2nd. In 1850, 30 families recruited by the English Immigration Company departed from Liverpool for Kent Colony, a 27,000-acre tract on the Brazos River. The colonists were mainly shopkeepers, bank clerks, bakers, and tailors, and their leader, Charles F. Mackenzie, a former British Army officer, operated the colony in a military manner. Several settlers died during the winter of 1851, and a large number joined other settlements. Due to widespread dissatisfaction, the severe climate, and lack of experience among members, the colony dissolved by 1852. A prime promoter for the colony was George Catlin, who had never seen the property, let alone set foot in Texas. It's the power of Texas, I guess. In 1858, Firth Pond and Company of New York copyrighted the first published version of the Yellow Rose of Texas. In 1930, Texas composer David W. Guyon transcribed the song from memory, preserving its character while adding his own melodic effects. It became popular in 1955 when Mitch Miller recorded it for Columbia Records. The song is based on the legend that Emily Morgan, a free black, was with General Antonio Lopez de Santa Anna in his tent during the Battle of San Jacinto. But there is little evidence that she was there. Emily was actually Emily West, a housekeeper working for Henry Morgan at the New Washington Association's hotel at Morgan Point. Yeah, there's a lot of myth and story, tall tales about that about the Yellow Rose of Texas. However, it does make a pretty good story, and we will be coming out with a Yellow Rose t-shirt, or polo. So stick around and stay tuned for that. In 1863, Octaviano Zapata was killed near Meyer by the 33rd Texas Cavalry under Colonel Santos Benavides. Zapata had been a rancher in South Texas, but had fled to Mexico after the 1861 Clarino massacre. There he had ordered a band of outlaws and political refugees from both sides of the border. During this period, Union agents were offering rewards to Mexicans to conduct raids into Texas. Zapata's marauders often flew a United States flag, and his band was referred to as a regiment of Union troops. They had ambushed some Mexican troops, so the governor of Tamaulipas asked Benavides to intervene. In the engagement, 10 raiders were killed, including Zapata. In 1870, Samuel A. Maverick passed away. 4 days before the assault on the Fall of the Alamo, he departed for Washington on the Brazos as a garrison delegate. After the Texas Revolution, Maverick became mayor of San Antonio and was captured during Mexico's 1842 raid and held in Perote Castle until April 1843. On Matagorda Island, Maverick had a herd of free wandering cattle, thus giving rise to unbranded calves being called Mavericks. At his death, Maverick had about 300,000 acres. Wow. So I didn't know that's where the word maverick came from there. Unbranded calves. In 1945, Texan Chester W. Nimitz, commander of the U.S. Pacific Fleet, signed the treaty that ended World War II for the United States aboard the USS Missouri in Tokyo Bay. Interesting little tidbit there. My grandfather was actually on the USS Missouri when that happened. He was a captain adjutant for one of the Army generals that fought in the Pacific, and he happened to be able to stand on the deck of the Missouri and watch that whole proceeding go down. And finally, in 1989, Richard R.C. Slocum made his debut as Texas A&M head football coach with a 28-16 win over number 7 LSU at College Station. Slocum was born in Louisiana but raised in Orange. During 14 seasons as head coach of A&M, he became the winningest football coach in the school's history. He won 3 consecutive Southwest Conference championships, as well as the 1998 Big 12 title. He holds Southwest Conference records for career winning percentage, 80%, and consecutive conference victories of 26%. Wow. Slocum is a member of the Texas Sports Hall of Fame. All right. And I remember beating old RC several times at the end there. Probably, as Texas Tech, when Coach Leach came in, and that probably put the final nail in his coffin at A&M. All right. Sorry, Aggies. All right. That was your Texas History Roundup for September 2nd. I hope you enjoyed that one, and I hope to see you here again tomorrow. All right. You take care.
Well, there you have it. If you like our podcast, check us out at feedbandit.com. There you'll find awesome Texas First outdoors gear and apparel. Your purchase helps support the Bandits and keeps this podcast on the air, fighting for you and for Texas. Remember, preserve the tradition, protect the legacy. Until next time.